we was at this moment now, I think people's perception of this would have been totally different. But it did seem pointless putting the title on him anyway, because it was done so quick. I remember, like, it wasn't too long after the whole character came along and they just decided to put the belt on him. But it was kind of out of nowhere. In any case, who have you got down for the win here? Do you think this is an IOU and he's going to give the win back to Bray, or do you see this being a moment for John Cena here at WrestleMania?
No, I see it being a IOU for. I reckon like John Cena like loves wrestling, you know. So I reckon he'll like give back to Bray Wyatt, who's going to be doing it like 5, 6, 7 years down the line. You know. And I think it'd be like a nice, again, like another notch onto Bray Wyatt's legacy within the company, that he beat John Cena at WrestleMania in the Firefly Funhouse match.
Yeah. Alyssa, who have you got for this one?
I think I'm just going to give it to like Abigail the puppet at this point. Nothing to say about this match, or nothing good.
Get her over. Yeah.
Just not. Do they ever put Bray Wyatt with anyone that's not like a safe, bigger name? I feel like it's always like the Daniel Bryans, the John Cenas, the Randy Ortons. I find it really boring.
But who would you rather him wrestle?
I don't know. Aleister Black. That would be different. Be too much ink, but it would be different.
Be loads of ink.
I mean, no, I just find them all a bit. I feel like we're just holding back on him. Yeah.
Who you got for a win? You going for Cena?
No, I'm gonna go Bray Wyatt.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm just bitter. They just keep dropping the ball and.
Yeah, we'll probably be saying the same kind of thing next year at WrestleMania. We'll see if this was worth it by next year. Okay, another female match here. We've got the singles Raw Women's Championship. Becky Lynch, who's had the belt since last year's WrestleMania now. That seems like such a long time ago, but she's up against Shayna Baszler, who, of course, people hot and cold on her as a performer. For me, I have no problems with her. I think she's really good. Like I've seen her many a times at live NXT shows, and I just think she's finding her feet a bit. But I think as a heel, she's quite perfect. But yes, it looks good on paper. This one, I think out of all three, I keep saying this, but I think the other one is the bigger one, the NXT title, women's one. But what about for you guys? Who have you? What do you make of this match? And who are you going to go for here?
I'll be surprised if Shayna doesn't win. Especially how well they've built her up. But at the same time, I can see her not winning because of honestly, I think people don't like her because she's not a stereotypical pretty WWE diva type. I know I'm being a bit outspoken, but I genuinely think that is why they don't like her. And I could see Vince maybe not being so much for her because of that as well.
Yeah. Vince, definitely.
Yeah, I love her. I think she's great. The character is cool. All the MMA stuff is cool. But I think maybe the fire has been taken out of it a bit as well, seeing as she comes in so close to Ronda. Maybe she's not as over, but then I guess maybe if they put the belt on her, they can push the 4 horsewoman thing again.
But see, this is why I think Becky's going to win. This is why I think Becky's going to win, because I reckon that they were trying to get Becky versus Ronda. They couldn't get Ronda for whatever reason, so that's why they've put Shayna in this spot. Because she's got the MMA background and shoot fighting background. There was rumors that Becky wanted to get time off to do whatever she got to do, heel nagging injuries or whatever. But because of this outbreak, she
could have around that.
She wanted regardless. So I reckon this is a monster heel or a shoot fight heel for Becky to put over to give her a boost, because I think that Becky's lost a lot of steam. I think Becky's lost a lot of steam because she's had, other than Charlotte, who else has she faced that seemed like a legitimate threat to her title?
Asuka.
Asuka.
But then she got buried anyway, so.
Yeah, don't know where she is. She's in the tag match, but yeah, it's. I'm probably I've been very indecisive. I keep saying one or the other, but I suppose it depends which way you look at it. They might. I think if they're setting something up for Ronda, that's definitely going to have an impact in the result of this. But it's hard to say. And do they want Becky to outdo Nikki Bella's record so they can kind of put that to rest as well? They probably got something there. So I don't know. I'll probably at this time I'm going to say Becky as well. Just got a feeling. But
I don't know. I don't know whether they're gonna, if she did break Nikki's record, I don't think it'd be done out of pettiness. I just think it's like, I can't remember who said it, but like, records are made to be broken. You know, I think it's just like the way the chips are falling. You know, if she does retain, that is.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough. Now we've got obviously the interesting part here. Goldberg is in the match for the Universal title. Originally, he was going to be scheduled against Roman Reigns. Of course, everybody now pretty much knows, spoiler alert, that he is not going to be there, and he's already come out and publicly told people this over a week ago. But for some reason, WWE continued to hype that match on Raw, and I don't know why, because they only had to edit a little bit and change it. But now it's down on paper as Roman Reigns' replacement. Who that could be, I have no idea. I did keep saying this last time on my podcast and the podcast I did yesterday, is that I think with this being taped and Vince McMahon and everybody else in WWE, surely they know their audience, that this stuff might get out and there's going to be rumours all over the place. You'd imagine that WWE might be smart and put out their own rumours to try and brush over all this stuff. But if you had to guess, most people are presuming it's going to be Braun Strowman. Is that too obvious, or do you think that's the actual case?
No, I don't think it's too obvious.
No.
I'm interested to see that match. I'm interested because that's one of the matches where I genuinely don't know, or I can't I don't have no thought as to who would win or who I'd even want.
Or who else they could put in the match.
Yeah. Than...
I said that the other day.
And I wish it is Matt Riddle. I hope that they're swerving us.
I mean, it would be good just to have him come out and offer to challenge him and just be brushed aside, I guess, by somebody else, but at least have that moment. Or like Keith Lee or something. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, but Keith. I don't suspect it will be. I mean, I do think we're hoping for more things. However, because it's happening on a Saturday night, I got a feeling they want something to blow up on the internet. Like they want to get something going. So I do think they kind of want to shock you a little bit, and they want people talking. And obviously the Matt Riddle thing, that works perfect because fans know on and off they don't kind of get on, and they've had this history. So it works for them as well as everyone else, and that would blow that up. But I don't know how creative they're going to be. But like you say, it's fascinating now because whoever it is goes in. I don't know who wins and who doesn't, because I would have put money on Roman Reigns winning this hands down. But now that's not happening. Do they leave the title on Goldberg and wait for Roman at another time, or do they just go with somebody else's? I mean, it could be a huge shocking night if it was somebody random that wins the belt. But anybody else you want to throw into the mix? Just in case, or...
Like I said, I can't think of anyone who would. I mean, Matt Riddle just turning up, I think, would be enough.
Mm-hmm.
I really can't think who you would put in that spot.
As long as it's not Triple H. don't think I could go through another one of those.
By his absence from this year's WrestleMania, shows great restraint from him.
Yeah.
It could happen.
Maybe it's tired to play the game once again.
Yeah, it definitely could happen. I mean, he's not going to get that massive entrance that he normally gets, so he might be missing something. So maybe this is the moment for him.
I reckon they'll just bow down to the king like extra loud.
Yeah. Okay, next up, we're going to do the WWE Championship match. Of course, this is the Royal Rumble winner now, Drew McIntyre. Got a feel for this guy. First WrestleMania he's going into, and this has happened. But he's up against, obviously, Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar, like, seems every WrestleMania we come round now, he's in the same exact spot that he was. He never seems to lose, even though he does lose matches. It never seems to harm him too much. Who have you got on this one? And are you looking forward to this on paper and seeing these two? Like, it's a fresh matchup for Brock, obviously, but what are you expecting here?
I got Drew, and yes, I'm I'm quite hyped for this match. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I'm not always the biggest Lesnar fan. This podcast is going to do nothing for me.
No, I don't think you're alone. I don't think you're alone there.
I used to just find it a bit boring, but then I see Kelly Six, another great UK star. He did a song, like a Brock Lesnar rap, and that's so good. So now I'm more of a fan.
See, the little things that get him over.
Amateur wrestling, his pro wrestling, UFC. It's a rap done by Kelly Six.
When he had the Money in the Bank case and he was doing the dancing, that got him over for me. And then the Royal Rumble, that did it for me. I liked that.
Yeah, because he was reacting like legit. Who are all these guys coming at?
Yeah, he was just the best part. Yeah, I'd like to see Drew get his WrestleMania moment. I can see it going to a DQ though.
Oh.
I can see like it not being Drew's WrestleMania moment, but he's not losing.
That would suck.
I can see that happening.
Oh, that's making me sad about it now.
Yeah, I'm a pessimist.
The pessimist.
Fair enough. I think depending on where this goes, if this doesn't go on last, I can suspect something like that going on. But if it does go on last, I've got a feeling they want people sent off in a good way here, because this might be the last we see at WWE for a little bit.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Definitely it has to be Drew. Because he's worked so damn hard. From when he got first brought in to being in a random tag team with Cody Rhodes to 3MB to like getting released and coming back and like built himself up massively.
So more ways than one.
Yeah, exactly.
Sure.
So I think he not only does he deserve the win, but he needs the win as well. Because I reckon if he doesn't win, he's going to lose steam. A bit like Lex Luger in '93, right. When he didn't beat Yokozuna at SummerSlam after slamming him. He won by DQ then, and he had like all the balloons come down, and he was celebrating like he'd won, even though he didn't really. And like, did he see the world title after that? Nah.
That's what we need. That's what he's missing. The Drew Express. He needs that bus to go around on.
That's what
they're
hero.
missing. Yeah. Okay, fair enough. And lastly, the last match I'm just going to focus on here: Rhea Ripley for the NXT Women's Championship up against Charlotte Flair. This on paper, this is one of the matches I'm really excited for, I've got to say, and keep harping on about it. But I am really glad that the NXT Women's title is going to be defended at WrestleMania, because I do feel like this is for me, I would say out of all the women's matches, this is the one that I think has got my interest the most. And obviously Rhea Ripley, she's come out of nowhere.